All right, guys, these are four things that I quit to get ripped. So right now I'm fat as hell, soft, looking sorry, and I got ripped. So the first thing that I quit, guys, is cheat meals. So I would watch The Rock post a bunch of stack of pancakes. I would see people on bodybuilding.com go to Five Guys, Keon Pearson, eating fries. Even your favorite YouTubers, Bradley Martin, epic mukbangs and cheat. I was like, let's do it. I would copy them. So every Saturday, I would go to Five Guys, get a double burger, mayo, bacon, ketchup, all of that. Large fry, flooded with ketchup, thinking I would be big and thinking I was going to get ripped. Not knowing that that one meal alone would be 2,200 calories. And on top of that, I'll be eating breakfast and snacks. End of the day with 5,000 calories. But meanwhile, the other YouTubers, the other guys, will look great. And then they would not affect their body. It's because as a natural, your body is different. So you might not be able to get away with cheat meals like that. These guys could because they're on performance enhancing drugs, but you cannot. Another thing to consider is your body fat percentage. If you're like 25%, 30%, incorporating a weekly cheat meal probably isn't the smartest thing. So a solution for you will most likely be a refeed day. And that's what I did. So instead of a cheat meal, cheat day, I would incorporate a refeed day where it'll be higher in carbohydrates and my body's not telling me it's starving all the time. So replenish me. So that's what I incorporated. I started incorporating a refeed day. Okay. So next thing is eyeballing food. See, I used to make this omelet that I'll flood the pan with oil. And then when I would make eggs, I'll flood it with ketchup. And I would think to myself, it's healthy. It's eggs, it's oil. I'm making it at home. It's healthy food. I could just eat anything I want, right? Not knowing that even though you're eating healthy food, you could still eat in a surplus. So as a solution, I would track instead. Because before it didn't work for me. I was eating healthy. I was eating in a surplus, but I was still not ripped. So I started tracking. I started getting a scale. I started tracking on MyFitnessPal. These things made me more aware of what I was putting into my body. Okay? So that's one thing that helped me. That's one thing that I quit doing. I quit eyeballing food. All right? So the next thing is not doing cardio. See, before I wasn't doing cardio because I felt like I had to be big. I wanted to get big and ripped. I was afraid of getting small. But more than likely, guys, if you start decreasing your body fat, you're going to look better. I know people are afraid to get smaller and everything like that. You're going to look better. So one thing that I started doing is I started incorporating a Stairmaster into my program. So I go into the Stairmaster a few times a week. Based on where you are, you could adjust it, whether it's 20 minutes or the speed. So putting that in your program is important. So a solution that you could incorporate is any type of steady state cardio. So with walking, Stairmaster, incline treadmill, incorporating those into your program is very important because that whole idea of not doing cardio, being big, is not going to help you get ripped. It's not going to help you get ripped. A lot of guys I see at the gym, they never do cardio and they never really rip like that. The people that do cardio, the people that are ripped always have some type of cardio in them, whether they play a sport on a weekly basis or they go on the cardio and do a treadmill or they constantly get a lot of steps in. These are the people that usually are ripped. All right, guys, last but not least, being a victim. So you could go into mindset with this one, being negative, being a victim. So quick story, guys. I used to work out with a guy named Muhammad. Shout out to him. When Muhammad, he looked like Ulysses, man. He looked like this guy. He was shredded all year round. The ladies loved him. Guys wanted to be him. In the gym, guys would literally go to him and be like, train me. I want to look like you. Girls would slide him the numbers. Like he was like a celebrity at my gym. And I would hate on him. I would be like, God damn, like maybe he's genetics, man. He probably just always was ripped, or he probably just had it good, or he probably, I don't know. He was just hating on him, just not giving him his credit. Until one day I decided to work out with this guy. And it was the hardest workout that I ever had. He was working out for 3 hours, and then he would do supersets, and he would train heavy. And then I would be exhausted. I'd be like, still more? He would be like, no, more. Full workout. He would say something like, full. It's a full workout. I was like, God damn, I don't even want to be in your shoes. You working out so hard. And I would ask him what he's going to do after. And then he'd say, I'll play soccer after for like 2-3 hours. And I'll ask him, I was like, okay, so what are you going to eat? He was like, I'm going to eat healthy. I was like, you ever cheat? No. He said he never cheated. He never stepped foot in the McDonald's. Ever. He was disgusted about like eating out and everything like that. He was very strict, very disciplined. Super strict. Worked super hard. And I was like, oh, maybe this is me. Maybe it's me, because maybe I'm just thinking negative. I'm hating all the time. Maybe it's just me. See, that's the thing. I wasn't taking full responsibility for your life. See, so a lot of y'all not taking full responsibility. A lot of y'all just pointing fingers and being this. Maybe it's my genetics. Maybe this. Yeah, maybe you got shitty genetics, but you're not maximizing your genetics. You're not putting in the work. Muhammad was working extremely hard. People are not willing to work a third of that. So I have to look then within. Maybe it's me. So what is the solution? I started having to journal, affirmation, realizing my why. Why am I doing this? Why do you want to get ripped? Why is it important for you? At first I really wanted to change my life. That's really what it was. My grandfather passed and my mom was sent to the hospital. I wanted to change my life for the better. I wanted to start providing for my family, doing something that my family could look at me and be proud. It has to be something deep, strong. So as far as changing my mindset, I started journaling. I started writing my affirmations down, writing my goals down on a piece of paper. This changed my mindset from thinking like a victim, thinking negative, to thinking positive, taking control, taking responsibility for my life. So these are the things that I did to change my mindset. And overall, these are the 4 things that I quit to get ripped. You got cheat meals, quit eyeballing food, quit not doing cardio, and quit being a victim. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. It greatly helped the channel out. And I'll see you guys soon for the next one. One out.